We continue our coverage of Operation Sindoor, which is now into its third day. We have some important breaking news coming in. Hectic parleys here in India, in the senior hierarchies of the paramilitary now. Of course, the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, along with the National Security Advisor, are presiding over a meeting also involving what we're getting to hear at the DGs of the CISF as well as the CRPF. They've reached the Home Minister's residence, and that meeting is in fact set to get underway anytime now, Swati. We did have, in fact, let me go across to my colleague Mohit Bhatt for more on this. Mohit, take us through the briefings now involving the DGs of both the CRPF as well as the CISF. The Home Minister also present along with the National Security Advisor.
Well, yes, in fact, as we speak, and I'll ask my camera person to pan on this visual, an important meeting is taking place at the residence of Home Minister Amit Shah. Now, just few minutes ago, we saw that how DG CRPF, DG CISF and the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval have reached the residence of Home Minister Amit Shah. Now, the meeting has started, and this meeting primarily will be regarding the internal security and how exactly India will retaliate in terms if any escalation comes from Pakistan's side. And we know for a fact that how Pakistan has been escalating the matter. India clearly stated that any escalation from Pakistan will be dealt very strongly, and India only hit out at the terror outfits in Pakistan. It was not an escalation. It has been put on record by India many a times, and now we see that how Pakistan yesterday, what they did, they tried to attack the Jammu airstrip. They have been continuously sending drones to our country, and it was being thwarted by our defense system. But as we speak, an important meeting is taking place between the NSA Home Minister, DG CRPF and DG CISF. Now, CISF is the nodal agency which takes care of all the airports, the security at all the airports, and the government installation, all important buildings, the security of which comes under the CISF. When it comes to the CRPF, it's a force that deals with the counter-terrorism operations, Naxal operations, and for internal security, CRPF is also very important. And hence, Home Minister Amit Shah himself is reviewing the situation that if there is an escalation again from the Pakistan side, how exactly India will respond. We know for a fact that our NSA has met Prime Minister yesterday. He has been continuously monitoring India's response to Pakistan, and in this meeting certain messages, certain guidelines will be given to the DGs by the NSA and Home Minister, and in backdrop of the fact that how exactly India has hit out at Pakistan, the terror camps, and how Pakistan is trying to indulge into mischiefs. This meeting is important. This meeting specifically is important. We need to make it clear for the internal security of the country that if there is any attempt from the Pakistan side to incite violence, any terrorism kind of activity, their forces have to be ready. And to take a review of that, this particular meeting is taking place at the residence of
There are back-to-back hurdles, isn't it, Mohit? First, we saw the images of the Raksha Mantri meeting the Tri-Services chiefs, and now the Home Minister meeting NSA Ajit Doval, and perhaps at some point they'll all also be apprising Prime Minister Narendra Modi of what's happening, who's keeping a very close watch, monitoring things very closely.
Well, yes, in fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself is monitoring the situation. We know for a fact that how he was also monitoring India's Operation Sindoor, and post that, hectic parleys have been taking place at the residence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And as we were discussing earlier, Swati, now these two agencies, when it comes to internal security, when it comes to security at the airport, security at the government installation, the role of CISF becomes very important, given the fact that how Pakistan has tried to attack our airports, and certain guidelines have been given by the airport authorities and the CISF. And to take a review of that, how exactly India will go further to strengthen our security cover, this meeting is important. CRPF is a force that is put at the borders, that is expert in counter-terrorism operations, that is expert in counter-Naxal operations, and hence the internal security review is being taken in this meeting. Now, yesterday NSA met Prime Minister Narendra Modi for 1 hour. The internal security, the escalation by Pakistan, India's retaliatory move, they all were discussed in this particular meeting, because Pakistan has again escalated and India will give a strong reply, and perhaps that is why this meeting is important. Now, the other officials, what we are being told, Swati, are also part of the meeting. A detailed review of the security situation will be undertaken in this particular meeting, and perhaps that is why the DGs have been called for this important meeting, which is currently underway at residence of Home Minister Amit Shah. Back to you.